Hi, my name's Gavin. I live in Fife. I'm also a student and DJ of Boom Radio. Tune in Mondays if you listen. Uh, like most of you, during the pandemic, I was pretty much confined to just exploring where I am. So, me with my trusty companion, my dog, who's currently gone for a wander and will emerge from a hedge at some point, decided to just explore the area where I live. I literally just looked at a trail and followed it and see where I ended up. And you'd be surprised some of the things that I found along the way. So this time, armed with my phone, which I'm recording this on, trusty tripod, power bank, I'm going to show you some of the sights that I've seen on my travels. It's a mixed bag. So some nature, some unusual, and some which I think is just, for lack of a better phrase, food for the soul. So come along with me, and I hope you one day becoming inspired to go out and explore yourself, or perhaps come see these locations that I show you in these videos. And away we go. Now, you're probably thinking, what is this construction site? It's actually a motocross track that's in my local backyard. But what's more interesting is what's next door. Because on one side of this motocross track, you'll notice this little curious piece of concrete. So as we look closer, it's a little under construction. And you think it's a little bit small for a race car track, but that's because it's designed for radio controlled cars. That's not something you see every day. I'll include a link to the organisation that owns this in the description below. So let's move on to the next bit. Now, you can see my companion here, Peggy. This next spot on the other side of the motocross track is a curious little marker. Now, the story is, this marker was the site of the last pistol duel of Scotland. And apparently the pistols themselves and more information about this marker can be found in the Kirkcaldy galleries, which is where we're heading off to next. Coastal town of Kirkcaldy, also known as the Lang Toon. Reason for that is because many years ago there used to be a main road which stretched for 4 miles. Now, you might thinking there's not a lot here, but follow me and I'll show you some things that you might have overlooked. So let's begin. Now, on the other side of the esplanade, there's Morrison's supermarket. Behind that, there's a trail which is part of the Fife coastal tourist route. Go along there, and after a while, you'll come across this structure. This is Seafield Tower. Built in the 16th century, it has changed many hands over the course of many years, up until it was abandoned in 1733. Now, they believe when it was built, it was standing 5 stories and included such buildings such as the bakery, brewery and stables. But unfortunately, due to coastal erosion, most of that has been sadly lost to history. But the reason why I chose this spot is because when you come out through here and slowly step up, you can see this brilliant view of Edinburgh and the landscape ahead, but also look closely on the little tiny island on the left. That's because these wild seals live here. And if you come here during the late summer months, sometimes they bring their pups here. And it's quite a wonderful
soul-soothing sight. Now, just after the seals and the tower, you'll pretty much got the option of going back the way you came, or you can keep on going down this path, which makes you feel like you're taking the hobbits to Isengard. You end up in the village of Kinghorn. Small little village, great chippy, and it's probably one of the few villages which has a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker. So, enjoy these couple of pictures. I'm going to go hop on a bus, and join me again for my next video, where I'll show you some more little hidden bits and pieces. Until then, enjoy this little clip of the seals.